So recently I have revamped this outdoors brand's email and I've taken it from being average to being great. And in this video, I'm going to show you what I changed, why I changed it, and why I think that our email is going to perform 10 times better than the current one that I have. So let's get right into the video. The brand itself is Contentile. You can see this is their website, just so you know what's going on, what they're selling and so on. This is an outdoors and adventure brand, which is always cool because these brands, usually they have pretty high AOV. Even if you look at their prices, I think somewhere there around a few €100 per product, which is fairly nice for the AOV. And that's why I think that our email would perform way better than the old one that they have. So this is like back-to-back comparison of those two emails. The first one that they had, the old one is on the left, our email, the new one, is on the right. Now let me explain what we've changed and why we've changed it. So in general, when you open this email, it says welcome to the brand name, which is fine. And then the first thing that is lacking is the welcome code that they're promising on their pop-up, and then the button to claim the code right away. Okay, this is the first thing. Then when you look at the copy, in my opinion, it's very, I don't want to say boring, but it kind of is. And like, it's really bland. Like, it doesn't really stand for what the brand stands, in my opinion. So this is, I always like to say this, that if another brand could say the exact same thing, and when I say another brand, I mean like another brand in a different niche, then it means that your copy needs to be changed and updated. Because if you're saying, we're glad you've joined us, get 10% off with code at checkout, you have a lot to look forward to. We'll be passing along exciting content as well as updates on new products, promotions, and much more. Any brand could say this. Adidas, Nike, any cosmetics brand, any supplements brand, any other electronics brand, in any different vertical, every single brand could have the exact same copy for the welcome email. And that in itself for me is like a big no-no and like a big red flag, because it just doesn't resonate with customers at all. Again, anyone could have said this. And when people say this, like, yeah, it's like almost AI generated, like, being quite boring, where it can be way more engaging and it can be way more relevant to the customers, especially that people in the niche, like, camping, outdoors and whatnot, they're really passionate about this and they are proud of it. So I don't see a reason why they would be, for example, ashamed of being proud of what they're doing. That's why I think that this copy, again, could be done a little bit better. This one is a little bit bland. Again, any brand could say this, which is for me an indicator that it can be done better. And then you have update your preferences for more personalized emails. I don't see a reason why we would do it in the first welcome email already. Someone already signed up and we're pretty much asking them to, stop getting our emails, which is not ideal. Then this one is great because we are promoting, actual mission for the brand, and that we're actually, your order matters kind of angle, which is always great. So I love this part. And personally, not a big fan of including social media links in the footer, but the footer itself looks great. One thing I didn't like as well is the the date 2023. It just shows me that the welcome email hasn't been updated, and I guess that a lot of customers are not gonna be checking it at all. But to me, it means that, okay, like, it's 2025 right now, so if you're still running this email, it's not updated for, it's not been updated for a while, and you're running with the exact same welcome email for 2 years, where, in my opinion, it could be done way better. Because if you look at it, from the customer's perspective, you signed up mainly to get the discount code, okay? You don't see it over there, so you already need to scroll even further, okay? You have the discount code, great. But then you're missing the button, like, you don't even have shop now button, and buttons are pretty much asking people to take an action. So if you look at the email itself, it's like welcoming people, giving them the code, but the first call to action that you have, which is a button, is asking people to update their email preferences, which is like, again, asking them to stop getting your emails or unsubscribe. So that in itself, in my opinion, is a big mistake, because you should be having, the welcome code and the button above default, so people don't need to scroll. They can just use it right away, and, start shopping now. And again, I think that this angle is great about talking about planting trees and whatnot, but I would make it a completely separate email in the welcome flow, just to introduce the idea, how we are, donating to the charity, and so on, and make it a separate angle, because the first email is meant to sell. So again, that's why I was a little bit concerned when I saw this, because it means that for 2 years they've been having an email that hasn't been optimized. And I don't know the numbers, I don't know how much revenue they're doing, but if you're a 7 or 8 figure brand, or maybe even 6-figure brand doing like 100K per month, and you would be having this email for 2 years, you're probably missing out on dozens of thousands in extra revenue every single month. So This is why I was a little bit concerned and why I think it's so important to always optimize your email flows and have them, done in the right way and done properly. So this is the email that me and my team have done. Again, we're pretty much condensing a little bit more information above default just to make sure that people can shop right away after they get the email. So above default section here, even if we're to zoom in like that, they're gonna see the logo, which yes, it is a little bit bigger, but no problem with that. Welcome to the brand name, 10% off. Here's your code. Claim it now. Okay, this is all people need for the first email in the welcome flow, and that in itself would already increase the conversion rate by quite a lot. Plus, we're obviously showing the person using the product, which is another great angle. Of course, it's the same thing here, where someone is also using it, using the product, but I feel like this image kind of showcases the product a little bit better, and we have actual customers smiling, which is like another subconsciously making people think like, yeah, I want to be enjoying myself, and enjoying my time outdoors as well, which is why we've taken this. And then for the copy, again, this is probably like if there's another brand selling the same kind of product, they could probably use it. But if you look at our copy, it's way more on brand, and it's way more relevant to the customer than the old one, because we've said we've taken camping to new heights. Literally, this relates to the product being above the ground, so it kind of makes sense, like a word game. Our tree tents give you a chance to sleep suspended between trees, putting you in the heart of the nature without compromising comfort on environmental responsibility. It's a whole new world of adventure, and you feel it the second you step inside one of our tree tents. Again, I don't want to make this email too long because we're introducing the brand, and still what people care about most is this welcome code, which we're giving them right away anyways. But then I like to do a few sentences of an introduction to the brand. It's going to be like 3 sentences broken down into 3 nice paragraphs, so it's going to be readable for the customer. And we're talking about benefits from the get-go. So we're talking about, putting someone in the heart of nature, which is exactly what they want, but they don't want to be compromising on comfort, which is exactly what we're talking about, and then on the environmental responsibility, which again is probably an important thing, because if you love outdoors, then you care about nature, and you don't want to be, give up on comfort. So if someone reads it, it's gonna be like, yeah, that's exactly what I want, that's exactly what I need, I'm in, I really like it. And yeah, there's like another like wrap up for the email. So it's a whole new world of adventure, and you will feel it the second you step out inside one of our tree tents. So again, talking to the customer, using their language, using their lingo, and tackling their desires and, not really objections at this point, but their desires and what they care about, that's gonna improve the conversion rate quite a lot. Again, repetition for the code in case they, kind of read it from the top to bottom, which is usually how people read. I know I didn't discover anything, but this is what it is. And then again, just showing the product, claim 10% off, another photo of someone using the product. And then we have collection links, which I always preach about, because we've run multiple tests across few recent months for dozens of brands, and whenever we included these collection links, they increase our click rate by 30 to 50%. And again, this is not a made-up claim, this is actually what we've tested directly for dozens of brands, and it always increases click-through rate and then conversions as well. And then we used a little bit icons than they did, because they have icons for where to camp, loyalty points, and then advice center. We have positive reviews, free shipping on orders over €99, dollars or pounds, and then lifetime guarantee, because I feel that these icons or USPs are gonna be more likely to convert someone than these ones where like your loyalty points. If you're not a new customer, then you don't really like care about these, because you just are interested in buying it risk free, removing the risk as much as possible. Advice center, I mean, that's okay actually. And then where to come, that's gonna be like nice from the PR standpoint, but I feel like with the welcome flow specifically, we are aiming to convert people as many people as we can. And then one important thing is that if they have free shipping on orders over at 99, dollars, euro, pounds, and you look at their prices, it's gonna be pretty much on all orders. That's why we included it. Because if someone goes to the website and they see a product for like, €400, they're gonna get their free shipping no matter what, right? So that's why it's important to include it, and just mention it so people know that, okay, we have free shipping. So these are the exact 2 emails. Again, they're kind of, next to each other so you can compare. But in my opinion, this email would do way better. And the main changes that I would make, again, is optimizing the above default section, which that in itself would already increase the conversion rate and clicks quite a lot. Focusing only on giving the discount code rather than talking about some other topics in the first welcome email specifically. Then use the copy related to people a little bit more, to the customers, because again, this copy, anyone could say this, and this copy is like directly tied to the brand and the target audience that is gonna be, they're gonna appreciate the copy, that it's not like kind of bland, but it actually talks about what they need. And then again, repetition of the code with the button, important thing, someone using the product, and then the collection links in the footer, mentioning top 5 collections, again, that is gonna increase the clicks in itself. And then USP icons in the footer, just to make sure that we're getting them across and someone can see that, okay, they have reviews, they have lifetime guarantee and free shipping. So these 3 objections are kind of already solved, which is, can I trust them? Do I need to pay for shipping? And then what if anything happens with the product? Then you have a guarantee. So these are really the main changes. And as you can see, the branding on this one isn't too bad because the photos are very, very nice. This brand has really, really great, product photos and in general photos content. But again, the structure could be done a little bit better, a little bit more padding across these. Not sure why you would talk about, updating preferences. And then again, not a big fan of social media links in the email itself. So yeah, this is the exact revamp I've done for this brand. Now, if you also run an e-com brand and you would like me to redo one of your welcome emails or maybe one of your campaigns, I'm gonna do it entirely for free. There's gonna be a link below this video with a quick survey. You can just fill it out, answer a few questions, and then I'm gonna redo one of your emails completely for free, and you're going to see how I would improve it, and then I can set up the A/B test for you completely for free as well, so you can actually see and feel the difference. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to watch my other one, which is gonna be recommended by YouTube. Cheers, thank you.